Hello everyone, welcome to Selenium Frameworks tutorial series. So in this tutorial, we are going to study about the Selenium frameworks. We'll see how to build a Selenium frameworks projects, and we'll go to each and every sections one by one, and we'll try to build all of them. So in this section, we are trying to create a Maven project. So the steps to create a Maven project is mentioned here. So I'll follow the same steps and I'll let you know that how to create a Maven project as well as add dependencies to our project. So the beauty of Maven project you'll see here, basically when you do create a project in terms of Selenium using Java project structure, there you add the jar files manually. Now, the thing is that when you add the jar files manually, then you have to download the jar files and then add it to your requirements. But in Maven project structure, the best thing is you can add your dependencies straight away to your pom.xml file. And we'll see where we can search for these dependencies and how we can add them. So let's start with creating project. So in your Eclipse, go to this file option. From file, click on new. From new, go to this project option. If you don't find this project option, then go to this others, click on others, search for Maven. And once you search for Maven, you will get this Maven project. So once you click on Maven project, do next. So when you do next, then you have the option here in checkbox that is create a simple project. So click on this checkbox and do next. So the reason behind why I create on this simple project is that this basically makes help us to create a simple project. That means we don't need to add any dependencies by default. We'll add our own dependencies based on our requirement. So I press next. Here it's to name the project. So I'll name the project as IT Learn 360 Frameworks. Now, the group ID name is basically the package name, you can say, and artifact ID is basically the project name. So what you can do, you can keep both the names same, like group ID and artifact ID names, you can keep same. If you want, you can change the names here. Now just press finish. So when you do this, you see a project is created on your left side of your screen. So just come to this project section, click on this arrow button. When you click, you see you have these folders by default, and you have this pom.xml file. So this pom.xml file is the one where you will be adding your dependencies. So you'll be adding your dependencies based on your requirement. Now these folders like source/main/java, source/main/resource, src/test/java, src/test/resource, basically these are the folders that's present by default. So this one, src/main/java, is basically used by the developers. And this one, src/test/java, is used by the testers. So we'll create all our packages and everything inside this. Right now, I'm trying to configure my project. So I'm trying to configure my project means that I'm going to add all my dependencies. So here, these are the dependencies that I will need for my project, like Selenium dependencies, TestNG dependencies, JUnit dependencies, log4j dependencies, Apache POI dependencies, and extend report dependencies. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to search these dependencies. Now, these dependencies are available in website. The name of the website is Maven repository. So just search for Maven repository website. You'll get this Maven repository website here. Just go to this Maven repository website. And there in search bar, once the Maven repository website is open, I'll tell you, there in search bar, you have to search for, just a minute, it's verifying. Now in this search bar, you will search for dependencies. Like you search for dependencies, Selenium Java, enter. Or you click the search button. So you see this Selenium Java option is available. Click on this Selenium Java, and then when you click, you see the versions of these dependencies are available, as well as the release date. So just avoid the latest dependencies. Like if you find the latest one is 4.10.0, so avoid this one. Just take one older. we avoid the latest dependencies because that dependency is not so stable. So just we'll go for a stable dependency. So we can predict from here that 4.9.1 is our latest dependencies. Now, maybe the dependencies keep changing every month. So always keep in mind, don't take the latest dependencies, take a month less or just a older dependency. So I go click on 4.9.1. When I click on this, you see I get this line of dependencies. So basically, this is the line of dependencies that we have to copy and add to our pum.xml file. So I copy my dependencies from here, get back to my project, open this pum.xml file, and here inside this pum.xml file, inside the project tab, I will add all my dependencies. So just to use this XML file, we'll need a tag name that is called as dependencies. Now, inside these dependencies, we'll put all the dependency. So this dependencies is basically the name of the tag. So you see this tag starts here. And again, you along with that, you'll find a closing tag. So now everything you have to put in between of these dependencies. So in between of these dependencies, like the one you have copied, just paste it here. So that means the dependencies that you have copied, paste it here. So Selenium dependency is added. Now the next thing, we'll go for the next dependency. So what is the next dependency here? The next dependency is TestNG. So this time here I'll search for TestNG. Now once I search for TestNG, I will click on this TestNG word. Again, I'll take an older version. So it seems like 7.8.0. This is the oldest. It's like designed 1 month back. So I'll take this one, 7.8.0. Copy the dependencies from here. Copy. And again, get back to your Selenium and just put it below this. So you see all the dependencies are coming inside these tags. So keep this in mind that all the dependencies will come inside this dependencies tag. Now this is for TestNG. Now next one in our box is JUnit. So I'll take the JUnit one as well. So I'll write JUnit. And again, I'll search for these dependencies for JUnit. So now for JUnit, again, I'll take the second one. Second one is for JUnit. So I'll click this one. Now JUnit is a tools that stopped designing from long back. So it's an older tool. So that's why here you see the release date is Feb 13, 2021. So I'll take this, the oldest, because this is the oldest one available. There is no updation in this particular tool. So I'll take this one, copy from here, and add it on here. This is for JUnit. Now, what's next? The next is, I'll talk about this log4j. When we'll add these dependencies at that time. Now let me add dependencies for Apache POI. So here I search for Apache POI. I do enter, I search it. Now here in Apache POI, basically it says that which POI versions you have to go for. Basically which Apache versions you will go for, or which one you will be using it because you have multiple of Apache's version. So remember, for Apache, you will take two extensors. Like the first one will be the one with POI, that is this one. So open this. Again, the version you see, it's like designed long back. So I'll take this one. So this is POI one. So that is Apache POI common. The first one, this. Copy these dependencies. Put it here. Again, the next dependency will be here as, again, here in this Apache, I'll take one more dependency. And that dependency will be for POI OOXM. Now, this is also an extension of Apache POI, and this is needed for, basically, this is used for Excel sheet. So this is the second dependencies that we will copy. So you have to copy two dependencies here, one with POI and next one with POI-OOXML. Now, both the dependencies are copied. Now, just put it here. So the dependencies for Apache POI are added here. Remember, these dependencies will help you to read the Excel sheet. Now, for last, it's extend report. So go here, search for extend report. Now, this is for basically when you are adding, or this is the one basically you use for generating reports. This is a part of TestNG, and you have to add dependencies for this as well. So again, I search this, I check the date, it's long back 2021. So I take this version, copy this version from here, and put it here. So now all my dependencies I have added to my pom.xml file. Once the dependencies are added, just press Control S. So once you press Control S, you see it's building here. It shows download source and jar doc. So basically it's downloading the jar files. And you check to your project, a folder is added that's named as Maven dependencies. So what do you have to do? Just open this folder and you see the jar files are available. Usually when you do this Selenium things manually, then you add these jar files one by one. Here, these jar files are added just through dependencies. That's the use of using this Maven project structure. And in future, if you are trying to use any new dependencies or you want to use any new tools to your project, just search for the dependencies from Maven repository and copy the dependencies from there and put it here. Now, one question, how did I figure it out that I have to add these dependencies? So I know that in my project, which sections I'm going to cover. I'm going to write my test cases in TestNG. I'm going to use Selenium for that, as well as I'm going to use the Excel file. For that, we need the dependencies. And to generate report, we need dependencies. So we plan our project. Accordingly, we decide that these dependencies we need. So we search for those dependencies. We add those dependencies to our pm.xml file. And once those are added to our project, that means our project is configured. So that's what we have to do. We have to search the dependencies, add it, and we can configure our project. So in this section, the Maven project is created. The dependencies are added, means the complete project is configured. Now, in later sections, we'll see how we can add the jar files, how we can add the folders, which folders to add, and how to use them.